Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back.
Let me give you the simplest and most direct summary of the Huawei Pura 90 Pro Max. Compared to previous generations, its positioning feels less ambitious, and the signature wow factor in imaging is no longer as prominent. What you get is a flagship device that sits somewhere in the middle in terms of performance, while still offering solid camera capabilities. Today, we're taking a closer look at the camera performance of the Huawei Pura 90 Pro Max.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
The biggest and most obvious change in this generation of Huawei's P series, now known as the Pura series, is that the ultra-premium model no longer brings that groundbreaking imaging innovation we've come to expect. In the past, every generation introduced something unique. The Pura 90 Pro Max featured a dual camera setup. The Pura 90 Pro Max Plus introduced an extreme night mode. The P30 brought the periscope lens. The P40 delivered 10x optical zoom. The P70 Ultra arrived with a retractable lens, and the P80 Ultra offered a dual lens solution. Historically, the top-tier P-series devices always pushed imaging technology forward with standout features. This time, however, that sense of excitement is missing. Instead, Huawei has introduced two AI-powered camera features: 3D photos and AI selfie assistance. Starting with 3D photos, this feature uses AI processing to create an effect similar to bullet time photography. In real-world testing, the results are surprisingly good as long as the subject is clearly captured. The effect looks impressive at first, but the novelty fades rather quickly because the left-to-right movement range is fairly limited. Personally, I don't see much practical use for this feature in everyday photography. The selfie feature, on the other hand, is genuinely useful. It provides real-time guidance for framing, focal length selection, scene optimization, filters, and even pose suggestions for the person being photographed. This assistance can significantly increase the chances of capturing a good-looking shot, making it much more practical for daily use. That said, both of these additions are software-based features rather than true hardware innovations. Because of that, they can't really be considered exclusive advantages of the Pura 90 Pro Max. When it comes to hardware, the standout feature appears to be the 200-megapixel RYYB telephoto camera. If I had to describe its image quality in one word, it would be sharp. Under good lighting conditions, photos are bright, detailed, and incredibly crisp. Even at the native 4x optical zoom, and then further enlarged to 10x or 15x, the images maintain impressive clarity and reliability. There are moments when AI processing becomes noticeable, especially around text edges, but overall, the benefits of AI enhancement far outweigh any drawbacks. Since the sensor itself is already among the best available, it also performs exceptionally well in challenging backlit environments. The strength of the Pura 90 Pro Max becomes immediately apparent. Light and shadow are rendered with depth and richness, while transitions between bright and dark areas remain smooth and natural. Even subjects like ginkgo leaves illuminated by sunlight display accurate textures and realistic light-shadow relationships. Switching to the full 200-megapixel mode reveals just how much resolving power this camera has. The level of detail is extraordinary, allowing you to zoom in and still distinguish individual hair strands. Although some sharpening effects become visible at extreme magnification, the sensor fully delivers on its promise of outstanding detail and high resolution. Now let's move on to night photography. The very first night photo I captured with this telephoto lens left a strong impression on me. When I saw the final result, I was genuinely surprised. The light-gathering advantages of the RYYB sensor are immediately obvious. This particular shot was taken in a village around 9 p.m., where street lighting was limited and much of the available light was blocked by surrounding trees. Despite those conditions, the image remained bright, clean, and highly usable. Compared to some older night photography systems that often over-processed scenes and exaggerated brightness, the Pura 90 Pro Max takes a much more controlled approach. It preserves the natural atmosphere of nighttime much more effectively, resulting in images that feel realistic rather than artificially enhanced. However, it is still an RYYB sensor, and some of its familiar characteristics remain. In later sample photos, even with Huawei's color correction processing, traces of color shifting can still be observed. A noticeable color cast occasionally appears, especially in brighter areas of the image, where highlights can take on a slightly bluish tint.
This issue becomes even more noticeable when shooting in the full 200MP high-resolution mode. To double-check my observations, I captured several additional night scene samples where the problem wasn't immediately obvious. However, when photographing traffic lights in 200MP mode, it became clear that the green light often shifts toward a bluish-green tone. This blue tint in bright highlights tends to be less visible only in scenes dominated by warm colors. Hopefully, Huawei can continue refining this through future optimizations. While we're on the topic, let's briefly talk about telephoto macro photography and video recording. Telephoto macro has always been one of Huawei's strongest areas, and this generation continues that tradition. Thanks to the upgraded telephoto lens, macro shots look even better than before, with stronger overall image quality and detail reproduction. For video recording, Huawei has specifically tuned its processing algorithms for 20x zoom video capture. In actual use, the results are quite decent. However, the enhancement algorithm only activates at 20x zoom and beyond, and when it kicks in, the change is extremely obvious. You can clearly see the software stepping in, followed by an immediate improvement in image quality. The activation speed could still be improved, or Huawei could introduce a smoother transition effect to make the process less visually noticeable. Now let's move on to the other two cameras. First is the main camera, a 50-megapixel 1.128-inch RYYB sensor paired with a 10-stop variable aperture system. On paper, the specifications are impressive, and thankfully, real-world performance lives up to those numbers. The dynamic range is excellent, and the way it handles light and shadow is particularly impressive. Even in low light situations, especially in scenes filled with detailed elements like flowers, plants, and trees, the camera maintains outstanding image purity and sharpness. Overall, the main camera delivers flagship-level results. The ultra-wide camera uses a 45-megapixel RYYB sensor. While it performs reasonably well, it clearly falls behind both the main camera and the telephoto lens. In bright daylight, image quality is perfectly acceptable. One positive point is that the typical corner softness often associated with ultra-wide lenses is not particularly noticeable on the Pura 90 Pro Max. However, things change once lighting conditions become challenging. Although the RYYB sensor naturally helps with brightness and light capture, the ultra-wide sensor itself is simply too limited in size. As a result, image sharpness drops significantly in low-light environments. Not only do the corners suffer, but even the center of the frame fails to maintain the level of quality expected from a flagship device. The overall image simply lacks the appeal and refinement seen from the other cameras. At this point, the conclusion becomes fairly straightforward. In many ways, the Huawei Pura 90 Pro Max feels like a product that has been scaled back compared to previous generations. Looking ahead, Huawei appears to be simplifying its flagship strategy. The company is expected to continue maintaining both its traditional straight-screen lineup and its foldable product lineup, but each category will likely focus on a single flagship series. The previous dual flagship approach, represented by the Pura and Mate families, seems unlikely to continue in the same way. When you look at the pricing strategy and overall product materials, it's clear that the Huawei Pura 90 Pro Max isn't designed as an all-out flagship showcase. Instead, it feels more like a strategic product aimed at expanding market share while working within the realities of current supply chain costs. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the positioning has changed.
this is a flagship smartphone with fairly average performance, but it still offers strong camera capabilities. If there's one truly unique selling point that stands out on the Pura 90 Pro Max, it's the fully domestically produced RYYB CMOS sensor. A completely homegrown CMOS sensor represents an ambitious and exciting vision not only for Huawei, but also for consumers who are interested in seeing the continued development of domestic imaging technology. Beyond the technical achievement itself, a fully domestically developed CMOS sensor also carries significant emotional and symbolic value for the Huawei brand. From both a marketing perspective and from the perspective of user sentiment, it creates a stronger sense of identity and long-term confidence. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. Hopefully this review has given you a clearer understanding of what the Huawei Pura 90 Pro Max brings to the table. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.